Like we always do about this time. Perfect.
Wake up! Wake up! Morning, everybody. This is a Wednesday. Off on my way to the shop. 7:15. 12 degrees, quite warm. It's supposed to get really cold the end of the week. We've got a T4 in today. A few ladies who have a little camper project. It's had some stereo stuff installed in it. They came to see me last Saturday because it wasn't quite working properly. The amp was definitely not coming on, although there was a red protection light on it. It was a really old Rockford Fosgate. So the sub wasn't making any noise, but I also noted that the wiring harness that was installed and the way it was installed was a bit so I recommended that rather than messing around with it, because obviously we'd already seen the state of the wiring and the amp was old anyway, let's do a new sub and amp and replace all the wiring and do it properly. So that's today's task. And then I'm going to try and hopefully get the Lotus glove box back in, the crossovers back over to where I want them to go, get the key installed, and then set it up and process it. We're not going to do the JL amp. I've made up my mind. I've looked at the options of, yes, I can use the key as a line driver, but it's fine. For what it is, it was never meant to be a stereo car, so it's never going to have a sub in it. You know, it's meant as a cruiser, it's meant as a GT car, a tourer. But I wanted some nicer sound that I was getting from the Alpines that are as old as the car. And I've achieved that, and we'll get that with the key. The key will do a great job of processing that sound and making it really nice. So we're not going to go with a JL. I'm not fitting an amp in the nose of the car. I'm just going to leave it as basic as possible with a few little tweaks. And we're on to getting it back together, getting it tested, and then we need to kind of think about Christmas is coming. Yes, the car is plastic, well, composite. No, it doesn't really rust on the body. The bits that are bolted to it does. But I'm kind of thinking now is the time that we kind of pull out hokey cokey. I get the turbochargers away for refurb, do the gaskets and stuff on the engine which I need to do, and then I look at powder coating and finishing the top of the engine cover that looks a bit sorry for itself. We get that sorted, and then get it back in early part of like Christmas time, so it's all done, and then I can look at rebuilding the other engine. But I will get to work, have a coffee, touch base with you when I see the T4. We've got our first one in, the T4. It's got a few issues, which I've already raised with the girls that own it. One being the seat bases are not thick enough to be safe. That one's even bending already. And they're not tensile bolts, they're just normal steel, which is not going to fare well in an accident, so this needs to be done. But this is my little issue today, is this Rockford Fosgate old punch amplifier 20 years ago. So we've got a protection light on it, it's not powering the sub, which is kind of hidden under the seat there, so I'm going to redo all this cabling and put some better stuff in, because this is a bit old and a bit janky and a bit, it's the kind of, you know, it's the bougie kind, the cheap kind, which we don't really like. So we're going to refresh all of this. We're going to put a new amp in there, repower the sub up. We have actually got a leisure battery there, which is more where I'm kind of thinking to taking the power from, because it is a camper and they do use it for camping. It makes no sense being able to play the stereo off the normal car battery and then being stuck when you need to go home, because that one goes flat and that one goes flat. So I may actually rewire this over to that one so that the leisure battery is powering the amplifier that's running the stereo system. And in all honesty, if we're going to do that, we may as well power the stereo off of the leisure battery as well, and then they've got a completely independent system, and they don't have to worry about the thing going dead when they're parked up and they want to play tunes. So this is going to be probably what I'm going to do. I think we're going to go off that one. So a bit of rewiring, bit of jiggery pokery, new amplifier under there, connect it up to the sub, new cabling, new power off of that. I'm going to run some lines from that up to this, put a switch on it so they can control the on and off, take it away from the car battery, and then they can play their stereo and know that they're never going to get stuck, and the car will always start them to get them home. Right, I'll come back to you in a bit. There's nothing better than pulling out a radio and hearing fuses popping. Oh! Geez, I wonder why. Will you people leave these bloody things alone? Christ. Let's have a little update. So we got our new cabling in, new power cable. I've repaired the loom that was cut apart. So we've now got wire ready for a plug. That's going to go onto our switch to turn on the ignition for the stereo. We've now got ignition, live, earth, and our remote output properly. Got a new RCA cable with decent cables. I've repaired the speaker plugs, put them back to where they need to go. I've also put the rear channel input into some speaker ties, and that's now into the ISO, so this will remain standard. We'll tape all this cabling up out the way so it's nice and neat. This is a live wire. I need to find out where that goes. I've got rid of the, this is what I've cut out of it so far. I've got rid of some of the janky cable that was going up here. I'm not entirely sure why we have an earth wire from quite a big earth scotch locked on there. That's a bit of a no-no. Obviously this is heater, so this is quite thick cable. We need to check out that, and then I need to start putting in the switch and wire the head unit up properly, but at least this can go back together once it's all cable tied and taped up nice and safe. Now we know we're going to have any issues. And I also need to go over to the fuse box and find out what blew when we remove the stereo. Joy.
298 frozen patties later.
We're done. So, moved a few things around, rewired the sub. Obviously we have a new Alpine amp in there, retrimmed a new cloth at the bottom. Cabling has all been redone. Head unit is in. Let's turn that down, and it's off the leisure battery with a switch. So it can be powered all the time from the leisure battery, but not flatten the car's battery. So it means they can play the music when they're parked and not worry about not being able to get home. This one is done, Batman. Nice. Time to give him a call, tell him to come and get it. Awesome. Evening all, how are we? Some fun stuff has arrived. We finished the T4. Rewired everything. Stereo sounded pretty good. Lady was really happy, so that's a good job done. But look at this bad boy. So it's obviously a curved light bar. I've got the diffused sides on it for the truck, so it will shine more towards the edges, and then obviously the center pieces that will kind of shine straight forward. But I've already powered it up and it's quite bright. And I've also got me my working lights, my little ones. These are going to go on. I've got 4 of these to go on as well. So we're just waiting on the roof rack and the snorkel coming for the truck. And that's going to look sick. Oh yes, all the fun. But yes, we shall have some illumination for it. Turn off them. I got the comments, I got the messages. I will definitely do a walk round of the Chaser. I will do a vid. We'll do some arty farty shots, some rollers, you know, talk about it, do the modifications and things like that. I will definitely do that because that would be a cool video, 100%. And I know we're waiting on this toolbox tour. As soon as I get that drawer fixed, I'll clean it, tidy everything up, get my little surprise ready, and we'll do it. We'll definitely do the toolbox tour because it's long overdue. Needs to be done. We set at 1,000 and we're a bit past that, but work has kind of taken me over. But I haven't forgotten you. I will do it. I'm a man, you know, if I say I'll do it, I'll do it. It may take me 20 years, but I'll get it done. But thanks for watching for today. Tomorrow we've got, I think, a 4x4 coming in. Let me just have a look. Was it Friday? What day is it today? No, tomorrow's Mazda 2. Head unit and fascia kit for a Mazda 2. Should be fairly straightforward. That is a Mazda 2, not a Mr. 2. It's not a Toyota. So that's in tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get time to get more done with the Lotus, get that buttoned up. And then, yeah, the next day is a truck in for beacons and light bar and stuff like that. I need to get some milk in the morning, some more water. But thanks for watching. See you bright and early, ready for more shenanigans tomorrow. Bye.